What did I say? Downtrend. This is bad. Hello friend, it's Simon back with you again, a professional trader with 7 years of trading experience and an 88.7% win rate. Yeah, that's me, always on the lookout for effective trading strategies. I'm 28 years old, driving a Lamborghini and living large in a prestigious neighborhood. I'm not telling you this to brag, but to show you that I've got all this thanks to trading. Today I've got something special for you. I'll tell you exactly what every beginner needs to know to access the market conditions smartly and pick the best moment to enter a trade. Even a kid could understand. This video is really worth watching, so let's get started. Let's spend a couple of minutes setting up the platform. I'll invest 50. Trade time 1 minute. Candlestick time frame 30 seconds. Now let's choose the currency pairs: Aussie, Canadian, Aussie franc, Aussie buck and Canadian yen. And now the most crucial element of our strategy, the Arun indicator. This indicator is really cool. I can quickly and accurately assess what's happening with the asset I'm trading with this indicator. If you want to trade independently, then yes, you need to learn how to use indicators. In my Telegram channel, where I already have more than 15,000 subscribers, I explain the basics of technical analysis in simple terms. I literally explain it step by step. But for those who don't want to trade but want to benefit from trading, I hold live trading sessions on my Telegram channel every day. And my Telegram channel subscribers just follow my actions, getting the same results as me. Just yesterday, my subscribers collectively earned almost 365,000, which is about 715 per person from just one session. Not bad, right? For a limited time, access to the community will be free. Otherwise, why would I make a promise to help anyone who wants to understand trading and fulfill their dreams? Please remember, now it's free. Stop hesitating, join via link in the video description or the first pinned comment. See you there. Well, now it's time to start trading. First pair, Canadian and yen. Going long. Now let me explain my forecast. Yes, the price broke through the resistance level and there's a strong bullish impulse on the chart, so a bearish response should follow and the price should retrace. But let's look at Arun. Its blue line measuring the strength of the bullish trend is at 100. The red line, bearish, is below 30, therefore the uptrend will continue. And now let's see how it unfolds. There you have it. Yes, there was a retracement, but it quickly reversed and I almost doubled my deposit. Awesome. Next pair, Aussie and buck, adjusting the investment to 96. But I'm uneasy about the situation on this asset, so let's switch to Aussie and franc. Yeah, and there I'm definitely hitting lower. And let me explain the situation on the chart. Firstly, there was a strong bearish breakout. Then a bullish retracement, at the end of which I entered the trade. Secondly, the red Arun lines didn't even drop below 70 and the blue bullish lines were hovering around 0 at the time of entry. And only now have they started to rise, so the decision was expected. And my reward is 184. That's really nice. Let's keep going. Okay, now Aussie Canadian. Let's see if the downtrend pattern repeats here. Sorry, forgot to mute. Just a moment. What did I say? Downtrend. Damn, what does a downtrend have to do with this? It was in the last trade. This is bad. That's why it's important to turn off all gadgets and disconnect from anything that could distract you. So what happens? I accidentally entered a downtrend trade. Thank God not with my whole deposit. Now I lose a portion of the amount. Of course, I shouldn't have gone for a downtrend because the situation was too uncertain. Bearish influence is decreasing, as indicated by Arun. The asset moved sideways, and apparently at the same time, some major buyer entered the market with a significant volume. Alright, I'm not giving up. The main thing is to pull yourself together. I've got $88 left and I can still have a session with them. So if such blunders can happen to anyone, not everyone can pull themselves together, not despair and move on as if nothing happened. And yeah, turn off your mobile phones and trade in silence. Okay, back to the session. Again, Canadian and yen. Adjusting the amount and going long. Arun clearly shows a strong bullish influence and weak bearish influence. And of course, this trade ends successfully. I couldn't be otherwise. The account now has 169. Let's go on to the next step. Again, skipping Aussie and Buck, that's unnecessary risk. Aussie and Franc, adjusting the amount and confidently hitting lower. I think you've already guessed that the trend will continue because the blue Arun line is hovering around 100 and the red one is near 0. So the price drop will continue. So how about that Arun, huh? I think everyone should have realized by now how easy and effective trading is with this indicator. Moving on. Skipping Aussie and Canadian for now, it's gonna be Canadian and Yen. Investing the entire amount and going long. It seemed like there was a reversal on the chart, but it turned out to be just a minor retracement. Arun helped me understand that the uptrend will continue. Recognizing and interpreting chart movements correctly is crucial for developing trading skills, but it's better to have an experienced person, a professional trader who can answer questions about complex situations. That's why I'm constantly analyzing different trading situations with my subscribers. And of course, trading with the support of a professional is also awesome. You can understand more about how the market works, and an additional income of $715 a day is not bad at all, especially if it's also free. So the link is waiting for you, and you already know where it is, right? 622, I could withdraw them now and have a party with friends, but of course I want to keep going. Oh, finally I'll trade Aussie and Buck, investing the maximum amounts and hitting higher. Again, Arun's indicator clearly indicates that the uptrend will continue. Just need to check. And Arun proves reliable once again, so the analysis was correct and I increased my deposit. Let's move on. Now Aussie and Franc, and the maximum possible investment is 1,000. Going long. An interesting situation has formed here. There was a prolonged period of strong bearish influence, as we can see on Arun. At the moment of entry, it started to decline again, and for me, this is a signal that the bulls want to take the initiative. I think this is the beginning of a trend reversal. How satisfying to be right again. Now my deposit is 2,115. Arun is one of my favorite indicators. I'll make a couple more trades. Okay, skipping Aussie and Canadian. Canadian and Yen too. So it's Aussie and Buck. Same investment amounts. Pressing higher. The price is trying to break through the resistance level, but the bullish activity is high. There's a high probability that the resistance will be overcome. Let's see. The price has not broken the resistance yet, so the trade closed near the entry point. But I'm still in profit because in my favorite trading scenario, the main thing is to predict the asset's movement correctly. Okay, it's time to move on to the final trade. Let's go. In the arena, it's Aussie and Franc. Investing in a downtrend. The price has been moving up for a long time without retracement, so it's reasonable to expect a small correction. Alright, the trade closed again close to the entry point. It seems like a sign that it's time to end the session. I had a great trading day today. Of course, if I had not been distracted by the phone, the result could have been better, but this is still good. 3,955. That's an excellent outcome. The session was intense and productive. We've thoroughly understood how to analyze trades with the Arun indicator. When you see such results in one session, you understand how successful traders acquire luxury cars, expensive homes, and fancy accessories. If you want to learn from a professional trader, here I am. Moreover, I host daily live sessions on my Telegram channel. My subscribers see all my actions and replicate them. Just yesterday, my subscribers collectively earned 365,000. In my Telegram channel, I also support every participant. Anyone can ask me a question and get an answer, even something simple like which buttons to press to use the trading platform. I'll explain everything in detail, step by step. My channel is still free for everyone interested. head over to the first link in the description or the pinned comments under the video and send me a personal message. That's all for now. Bye.